Hey, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about my most expensive Stanley cup that I've ever purchased in history. This is not my only Stanley cup. I do have 2 more. We could talk about that later. This is the most asked video because you guys saw my accessories and you guys wanted to know where I got it, where I got the cup, and all that jazz. So let's get into it. So if I were to remove all the accessories, we're going to do that right now, just so you can see the cup in itself, and then we'll talk more about it. So this is the gold chocolate Stanley cup, the limited edition version that when it did release, it got sold out so quick because everybody was running to the stores. I actually had to pay an upcharge because I did not want to miss out on this cup because I do love the luxe brown gold chocolate vibes. I don't know, there's something about brown that I really like. It's just giving like Louis Vuitton, so that's the reason why I did purchase like some Louis Vuitton accessories, and we'll talk more about the accessories in a few. This is a 40-ounce Stanley cup, and it does have the stainless steel inside. You got the brown straw, the brown cup with the gold plate rim, and the gold plated Stanley. I paid $88 US for this on a site called Macari. So there's a lot of people who purchase these and then they resell it on a website, and it was worth it to me. This is my last Stanley cup that I purchased because it was a lot, almost double the price, but I'm happy with it. I love it. You guys see it sometimes in my other videos because it just gives like a classy statement. Even without the accessories, this is super cute. Now let's talk about the accessories because that's what everybody's like, what about the accessories? There are more accessories than what you see that I have, and I did purchase all of these through Etsy. There are a lot of sellers out here that can create these custom accessories, but they blur it because of, I guess, copyright, you know, like there's a lot of people who make dupes of the labeling and the logos, so they do have to blur it. I can actually put a link of where I got my accessories from so that way you guys can purchase it, but they do tend to sell out fast. Whenever the creator makes these, they do sell out. So they sell out for a little bit, but just keep watching the website because they do restock. This right here is the LV Stanley sleeve. It looks like this. Not get me, there we go. I gotta cover my face. So this is the LV Stanley sleeve, and this holds up to a 40-ounce Stanley. So this holds up to a 40-ounce Stanley. Super cute. I think the only thing I don't really like is that this little clasp is not super secure, but it's okay. Like it doesn't fall out. So what I'll do is I'll just go like this and then put it as close to the handle so that way you don't see this piece right here. So you don't see this. So if I turn it this way, all you do is see this. So this is like the staple logo leather sleeve for the Stanley, and you don't have to have a chocolate Stanley to have this and style this up. You can have a different Stanley. Let me see if I can pull out my other Stanleys. So these are the other 2 Stanleys that I have. They look like this. As you can see, I love the black and gold vibes. Since this has already like a style to it, I will not use the sleeve for here. These sleeves are really good if you do have just like a solid Stanley. Like this right here is really cute. I believe some sellers sell a pink sleeve, so maybe a pink sleeve would be really cute with this, or if they have like a white version, would be really cute with this Stanley. So these are the other 2 Stanleys that I have and that I own. I'm trying to still be on my minimalistic journey, so I'm very strategic on the cups that I have in my house because I don't want to have too much clutter, but these are my 3 Stanleys. Now on Etsy, they do sell these silicone bottom protectors. So this helps with the clanking and this helps with the slip. So I do have this at the bottom of my Stanley. Sometimes I do remove it because it doesn't really work that well in my cup holder, my car. So I do take this off sometimes, but I do love having this in the house. I do have this also, it's like a straw cap cover. So you can just put this within the straw and lay it like this. So that way you can have a design on top of your Stanley lid. I think this is so cute, super easy to clean, rinse with Dawn soap water and then dry it out. There is no problems with having this as an accessory for cleaning purposes. So, but that is pretty much it for the accessories on my Stanley cup. Super beautiful, you guys. I love it. This is my favorite Stanley. I rarely ever take this out because I don't want anybody to steal it. When you spend almost $100 on a cup, you want to enjoy it at home. You know, you can make videos with it. And then take it out sometimes because you never know. I feel like everyone's real crazy about Stanley cups that they will still take it even if it's used. But, oh, also Temu, or I got this from Shein or Temu, you can actually get these little cute letter gems on here. This has J on it. It's so cute. So I could essentially add this to this cup, but I think this looks so pretty on this cup right here. So I left it over here. It can be a little annoying with the clanking, but I think it's so cute. And it's very simple, very chic. It's not doing the most. I really like getting cups that aren't like too gaudy or too label-y. So that's why I do take this off most of the time. So it's just the sleeve. And it gives like, oh, you have a Louis Vuitton Stanley cup without like doing the most. It's super cute. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will have the links below. And then let me know which Stanleys you have and how many cups do you own. I would love to know how many Stanley cups you have in your house. I did have one other Stanley cup taken in the gym. That's the reason why I said I don't want to bring this out so much. I left my Stanley cup in the gym and the next day it was gone. I mean, it was a white 32 ounce or 35 ounce, one of the 30 ounce Stanleys. It's a lot smaller. So I had to replace that with a Hydro Jug. Somebody told me, one of my friends told me about the Hydro Jug, and this is my most favorite, most used cup versus my Stanleys, especially with traveling because this is leak proof. There's no water. I could put this in my Marc Jacobs tote bag for work and there is no spillage. I do have an LV planner that I have to cover and keep because I don't want any spillage, but this Hydro Jug, this 32 ounce travel is my all-time favorite. It does keep my drinks cold, but not as cold as a Stanley, but it serves the purpose for what it is. You know, if you put enough ice in here, you'll be good to go. So I'll put the link for my Hydro Jug as well. Obviously, I'm not sponsored by any of these companies. This is just my honest review. So I hope that it helps you. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.